I think when we're defining something in our mind, and this is just a theory, but like when we're defining something in our mind, and when Pete has his clear-cut definition of what popping is, we look to him because he's a role model. I mean, he's an incredible dancer, and we look up to him. And so he has this real strict definition in his mind, but also we have to think about, okay, in his mind, he has conceptualized this dance so strongly with conviction that it comes out in his movement. I don't think he could dance that way if he didn't fully believe that definition was, this is a psychological component. Like, he fully believes that is it. So he's got this framework. He has these rules in which he operates within the style, and that's that. And that's why he's so great at what he does. He's a specialist. And so when we define, we also confine. And confinement is not necessarily a bad thing, but we also have to be careful on how we use different words, and how that influences how we conceptualize something. So if I thought waves, like if I just thought like waves could only function in lines, then I would be confined to that rule that I would have to set something up and wave through it. That's a concept. If I felt like, okay, tuts always had to connect, they can never separate from each other, so then this is tutting to me, and I can't escape that. I could never come out because they have to stay connected. And that's kind of like the idea of flexing too, right? They have the word connecting. And so that doesn't mean that this necessarily means connected, like it always has to be connected, but maybe it means that the logical idea has to always connect. So if I come out here and I call it, it's somehow connected. If I'm cranking something here, then that is connected somehow, right? And then, so the idea is connected. So you can see how we can use the same word, connecting, connected, that influences the way that we dance and move and how we generate ideas. So in the creative process, it's so important to understand the evolution of the movement, the evolution of the dance and the people, and how people thought about things. Not necessarily the words that they used, because the words change, the words evolve. And I think it's important to note, like, stamp these in time, and this is how it was done in the traditions and things like that. Super important. And then it's also important to understand how things can be conceptualized in different ways, so that I think the important concept I'm trying to get to here is empathy. So when you do empathy, it's like empathy is really important, like understanding the words that people use, and then also what they meant to those people. So